Alec, what's going on?
Wrapping up a session of filming, ready to do some ERB.
Yes, last
So
time
that's
we
how
had
it's
the
going.
highlight, the best one so far, right? Genghis Khan,
Yeah,
Easter Bunny. It was great.
it was. It was. Let's not talk about it anymore. Let's go right into the next one.
Well,
Who do we have on the chopping block
we should
this time?
say that I have seen all the epic rap battles of history. You know all of history, so right up your alley.
Right? Yeah, we got this.
Um, Today we have Napoleon versus Napoleon. Do you know the two Napoleons that we might have here today?
So Napoleon Bonaparte,
Yes.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes. That's right. The two Napoleons in all of history.
Okay.
What
All right.
do you know about these two individuals?
Okay. Well, Napoleon Bonaparte was a leader of the French Revolution. He was a spearheaded that bloody conflict to establish democracy in France. It was a lot more cruel and violent and brutal than the American independence, the War for Independence in America. And he kind of essentially became a dictator, which you wouldn't have expected from a push for democracy and for democratic ideals to be established. But it was down with the monarchy in France. They were sick and tired of the monarchs reigning over everything, and so but it didn't last forever. He was eventually, I don't remember if he was overthrown or if he was assassinated or what exactly happened, but things didn't end super well for him. But hey, man, when he was in charge of the army, he was a very successful military leader. So
Yeah, I think he got put out on an
and
island, like by himself.
yes, yeah, that sounds right. Napoleon Dynamite was the star of a early 2000s, mid 2000s film called Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes.
That was a very specific sense of humor. I greatly enjoy that movie. I think it's very funny, and I still find it very funny today. And one of the reasons why is because, unlike most of my peers, I remember I didn't watch the movie to death. I only watched it once for like couple of years. And while everyone was quoting it, they were apparently watching it many times to the point where they all hated it
Hmm.
by the end of that school year, I remember. And I was like, oh, I only saw it once, and I still thought it was really funny.
It's one of those
So,
weird movies where I can't imagine watching it now. It feels like such a isolated
time
in
cap.
its time. Yeah, it's like that was the movie of that era, like in middle school or whatever I was in at the time, growing up. Like with this movie just being the movie everybody talked about. Everybody always had these movies they latched onto. I think Mean Girls is the exception. Mean Girls stands the test of time, but
I think I don't know. I think Napoleon Dynamite stands this time
I
too,
haven't
but
watched it in a long time, but it's possible.
I feel like you'd probably still enjoy it. One thing I've also known, this whole film was filmed in Idaho, and from what I know of Idaho, which is very little, I only know a person that lives there who is in our Discord community. He says it is an extremely Idaho movie, and it is very much their sense of humor. So,
Huh.
yeah,
Alrighty then.
yeah,
All right, so they what they have in common is their name, Napoleon. Napoleon.
that's about it.
That's all you need.
Literally about it. That's all you need for one. That's all you need for an epic rap battle
Yeah.
of history.
All right, who are you rooting for?
I'm voting for the historical figure this time. I love you, Napoleon Dynamite, but I mean it's all about. Well, it's just getting really serious, you know. It's
Oh, I
just
don't
gonna meet
remember
her.
his name at all.
I can't remember his name, but he's by far my favorite character. So supposed to be a lag,
It's a liger,
running
yeah.
a liger.
Napoleon! Gosh, I can't believe how much of a little bitch you are. When it comes to world leaders, you like literally lower the bar. I'll rip your bones apart, Bonaparte. Turn your horse into glue. Welcome to the battle. I'll put you in a half Horatio Nelson. You're the ugliest thing that's ever failed in Russia since Boris Yeltsin. You can keep your french fries. I got tater tots, you know 'em? Why don't you crawl back in your little shell and escargot the heck home?
How dare you address moi, you adolescent worm? I am French. Here I am buck-toothed nerd with a perm. I spit at you hard as a Tina de Llama, smacking your face till your lips swell up like the thunders. Doodle up some friends, you
Founder.
gangly freak show, before I toss you over the mountain like the dreams of Uncle Rico. This is about to see how the battle can be. After this, your buddy Pedro will be voting for me.
Why don't you freaking exile yourself into your little island and hide? Cause this is a rap roller coaster. You're not even tall enough to ride. I don't even care how many like stupid Prussians you killed. Cause to me, you're just the emperor of the lollipop guild.
Sacre bleu! T'as eu tête à faire sauter les plaques d'égout! I'm going to shove your moon boots right up your poop chute! I'll whip you so bad they'll make a virgin meringue! You're the only type of dynamite that's never going to bang!
Who won? Who's next? You decide. Rap battles of history.
That was good until it wasn't the harmony there.
You didn't like that. Okay, how you feeling?
That was fun. I had a
Yeah.
good time. I had more fun than I had last time. Also, I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's definitely better than the last one. Yeah.
Yeah, like the references to everything. I mean, it's still basic history stuff that he was right about like the Prussians and stuff. I totally forgot about that. French early European history of that period. French Revolution. That's definitely a big, kind of like a lot of Eastern history. Big gaps in some of my historical knowledge. A lot of stuff. If anyone's watching this and you have any suggestions for historical books that you'd recommend that I read, I would love some suggestions there. Actually, those are big gaps in some of my historical knowledge. So, but yeah, I totally forgot about the Prussians thing. So
Yeah. All right. You want to go line by line here?
yeah, let's do it.
Gosh, I can't believe how much of a little bitch you are. When it comes to world leaders, you like literally lowered the bar.
Napoleon was supposed to be particularly short. I think he was 5'7", so it's not like he was that short.
He wasn't actually that short.
But I mean, that's like low average. That's like kind of below average for men's height. But that's not like he's not like 5'4" or like 5'2" or something.
So apparently, like what the basis of like him being called short was that like they didn't convert the measurements from metric and so they thought he was a lot shorter than he was. And then also, apparently he had like these really tall, like bodyguards basically with him a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So he always looked short.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much a misconception that he's short.
Yeah.
And that was like 70% of Napoleon Dynamite's disses on Napoleon Bonaparte too, were all like short jokes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very true.
I'll rip your bones apart, Bonaparte. Turn your horse into glue. I didn't know that horses get turned into glue. Am I ignorant?
Yeah. You've never heard that?
No.
Yeah. That's like a
Until
thing. I don't know if that's like still a thing, but I know a lot of like their hooves and certain materials and stuff could be turned into to glue. Yeah.
Welcome to the Battle of Waterloo Part 2.
Yeah. Okay. Waterloo. Yeah.
Yeah. I got skills. I'll put you in a half Horatio Nelson. That was
I
a thing
got
for
skills.
the movie, right?
Computer hacking skills. Girls
Girls
like guys with skills. One of the best lines. Girls like guys with skills.
And half Horatio Nelson. That's a nice line too. I also really like the bones apart Bonaparte. That's nice.
That's a good word. It's a good little wordplay there. Yeah.
You're the ugliest thing that's ever failed in Russia since Boris Yeltsin.
And Boris Yeltsin was something. I know that name.
He was the first president of the Russian Federation.
Right.
Apparently.
That did not go well.
Yeah. Many of his supporters turned against him within the first few years, and it was just not a good era in general.
It was a bad scene.
Yeah. You can keep your French fries. I got tater tots. You know 'em?
You know him? Are you calling him a gnome again? So yeah, the tater tot scene.
Tater tots, most
or-
iconic.
He's got a little pouch on his pants where he's got a bunch of tater tots and it's like, Give me some of your tots. The guy smashed his tots because he wouldn't give him any.
Yeah, man. Tater tots are great, though.
Oh yeah. It's been a while. I need some.
Why don't you crawl back in your little shell and escargot the heck home?
That's the French.
French.
Escargot.
And French fries, because
Because French fries. Even though the French fries were made in France.
yeah, I know. But
There's another.
but French fries, yeah, funny.
Yeah.
Napoleon Bonaparte comes in. How dare you address moi, you adolescent worm? I am French. You are a buck-toothed nerd with a perm. I spit at you harder than Tina the llama, smacking your face till your lips swell up like La Fonda's.
La Fonda's Kip, I think is his brother's name. Kip's girlfriend.
Okay.
La Fonda.
Doodle up some friends, you gangly freak show. Because he would always doodle. And that was a Napoleon Dynamite thing.
Yeah.
That's where he doodled the Liger and whatnot.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Before I toss you over the mountain, like the dreams of Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico, his uncle lived in the RV outside their house. Epitome of peaked in high school. He still wore his leather jacket. He's like 35, 40.
This bastard's about to see how bad a battle can be. After this, your buddy Pedro will be voting for me.
I like that line.
I do. Why don't you freaking exile yourself in your little island and hide? Because this is a rap roller coaster. You're not even tall enough to ride. You would have been tall.
Yeah.
Tall enough.
Yeah.
I don't even care how many.
Tall enough.
I don't even care how many like stupid Prussians you killed. Because to me, you're just the emperor of the Lollipop Guild. Short.
Okay. Literally
short.
everything is short jokes.
Yeah.
There's probably more you could have gotten out of him, like the goofy stuff he wore, like his portraits. There's a portrait of one of the classic portraits where he's got his hand in his thing. He's got a crazy the bulge. They drew the bulge on on that portrait, and it's like why did you go into that detail? But I mean, it's a pretty realistic portrait, so I guess
The final verse from Napoleon Bonaparte. Sacre bleu, t'as frères plaque de goutte.
So the French Canadian enemy is dying right now, but
yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. Can you pronounce that?
Probably if I saw the line, yeah. T'as une tête à faire salter les plaques de goût. Something about salting plaques of plates. Your head is a something. Oh, saute? No, yeah. So your head is like a salted plate of something. Dégoût? I don't know what that is. Is that like escargot?
So
also, it couldn't be.
The translation here says, "Damn, you have a face that could blow off manhole covers."
Dégoût is a manhole. Plaque d'égout.
Plaque d'égout.
Plaque d'égout. Okay, it's like a plate. Okay, I guess I get that. You have a face that could blow up manhole covers. That's awesome. Well, I mean, if you look in your the flap in your I'm blanking right now, but the flap in your car you put down to keep your sun from getting in your eyes. Yeah, the sun visor. They have the French name for airbags is awesome. It's like super long. It's like 3 words for just saying it's an airbag. French is, I mean, it's logical. It's the plate of the manhole cover or whatever. So anyway, let's keep going.
I'm going to shove your moon boots right up your poop chute.
I forgot that he had moon boots.
That was, I vaguely remember that.
I don't even remember that. That's interesting.
I'll whip you so
Deep cut.
bad they'll make a virgin meringue. You're the only type of dynamite that's never going to bang. It's good.
Yeah.
I think Napoleon Bonaparte won this.
I mean, just because, yeah, definitely. Well, just because like there wasn't a ton of variety in old Dynamite's repertoire of disses, so
yeah, there were 90% short jokes.
Yep.
Which were all misguided because it wasn't that short.
Yeah. All right. Well,
this was good.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, even though it was all short jokes, it was still fun. So
yeah.
there was some good wordplay and stuff in there. So
Napoleon Bonaparte wins, and stay tuned next week. Another epic rap battle.
Oh yeah.
And they just keep, like, generally they get better. I mean, like, because we worked our way up from the beginning, and then you hit
Yeah.
stuff like Genghis Khan versus Easter Bunny along
Yeah.
the way. But it's
Yeah.
not, it doesn't tell, it's not an indicator of the quality.
Speed bumps along the way. That's
Yeah.
all.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.